for me, though. Oh, no. Is RL Duels down? I hope not. I wanted to look at that. Either way, we've got another one. Toxic versus Shadi. So let's see how this goes. Our last game we had Atomic versus Luis P, and Atomic ended up winning that game 27-22. Let's see how this game works out. Shadi backing up into the ball, trying to bump Toxic on his back flip back. Nice low shot. Oh my god, he recovered. Got to the bottom on the save. Let's see how Toxic breaks out of this one. Was hoping Shadi would hit the ball into his nose. Shadi continues to just play on the ball as much as possible. We'll call Toxic on him sitting on the side wall, and we'll pick up the goal for it. Nice start for Shadi. A couple times Toxic is trying to play into that more aggressive style from Shadi, hoping that he just hits the ball into his nose. Missing the flick. Not exactly what you want. Remember, you do get each player gets a timeout during the 20 minutes. The timeout will last 2 minutes. Ooh, Shadi. Almost. Ran out of boost. Demoed on the play. Hope to respawn, collect the boosts, and defend a flick, but how are you going to defend that one? He hit that one at supersonic. Great flick there from Toxic. It's funny, already much different than the last series where there were tons of kickoff goals, tons of goals early on. At this point, in Atomic versus Luis P, it was like 6-3 already, but 2-1 to start in the opening 2 minutes. Toxic winning the kickoff. And Shadi does not get a bounce favorable for him. But, well, maybe it was favorable for him. Toxic grabbed the midfield boost. Shadi goes for the strongest shot possible as he's still sitting in the midfield. Who's Shesh? That would be Shadi. Air dribble bomb. And he's got him. Easy does it for Toxic. What's going on here? Thank you. Wave dash recover. A quick wave dash recover for Toxic. For the aerial play off the ceiling. Got absolutely no power. Got the drop he wanted. Save was still very easy. Now Shadi, air dribble, reset. No dunk. He does get the demo. Collects the boost. Where's Toxic spawn? Opposite side, rough. You got to catch up. Although the boost was taken on your side. Anyway, you still got to catch back up to it, and Toxic just straight up misses. So I'll come down to recover off the top of the net, and Shadi just lets it drop, knowing that Toxic coming out of the roof of the net will be always tough to come down off that roof with speed. Shadi taking his chances from wherever he can. If Toxic looks like he's even a couple of moves forward, Shadi will just shoot the ball straight into the net. He hit him with a fake challenge here, though. Toxic gave it up. Yes, Shesh is a Mina player. He also participated in Johnny Boy's Salt Mine 3, in which he looked pretty decent. He didn't make it out of the group stage. I think he ended up, I think he was 5th or 6th in his group. He was one of the bottom 2. But in some of those games, he had looked pretty decent. I'm pretty sure the game against Toxic is the one that was close. And RL Duels is not loading for me. I can't confirm at the moment but I'm almost positive Toxic won that game. But Shoddy's built himself up a little lead. Toxic is slowly whittling it away. And Shoddy's just happy to flip into that ball on each kickoff. Wave dash recover there, but he just gave the ball back to Toxic. A little too much behind the ball unless he's going to immediately turn on it. Bumps Toxic, maybe thinks he's got a step or two behind where he was. But if anything, he was a step ahead of where Shoddy thought he was. Easy punish. Shoddy, nice flick. Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing that he was last in Salt Mine in his group. He was also in a group with, like, you know, some of the GOATs. You had Moxie and Vatira in the same group, I believe. So that was going to be real hard. Oh, my God. We are just straight face diving at the ball. I think I'm starting to remember how Shoddy lost some of those games because we casted him a couple of times. I think that right there, that aggression, his willingness to challenge pretty much anything, gets him into trouble sometimes. Oh, nice move, Toxic. I love that stutter step. It freezes Shoddy. He's got to respect Toxic's shooting here. And even on that catch, Shoddy's already completely turned around, so there's no response. He has to wait. And Toxic, job tripping him up with the game speed. And oh no. Did he go for the delayed read again? I just need to see. Oh boy. He's messed up the kickoff. Unlucky. I see Shoddy's still sitting right underneath him. Toxic gets a little more power there. I'm not sure he gets back, especially with the amount of boost he had. Toxic does not care, and he thought about going for that corner boost, thought better of it. Good challenge, good shot. I take back my good shot. I take that back. You're going to get punished for that. Punish him. Oh, I only want to see the open nets get punished. Nice win. And again, it's that over-aggression from Shoddy. He'll challenge everything. He does not care. He sees a loose ball. He's not thinking about Toxic speed. He's thinking, I'm just going to go. And if I win, I can recover off the wall and go right back to the center of the net and score. Who do I think's more rounded? The more well-rounded player, just based off of what I've seen from both of them through a couple of 1v1 tournaments I've watched them in and casted them both in. I definitely have to give a nod to Toxic. I think Shoddy has explosive potential when he actually gets to command pace of play and he wins the boost battle. He forces the player to play his game. His aggressive challenges work out to his benefit. Where I think Shoddy will really start tripping players up is if he starts fake challenging some of these plays that he oft jumps for. This time he straight up beats Toxic with speed. Toxic's the one to get aggressive on that challenge. But that was a little closer. I can understand Toxic going for that challenge. But a couple that Shoddy has jumped at have definitely been risky ventures, to say the least. No chance on the low 50. That low 50 is tough as well with the ball moving as fast as it was. Basically hoping he hits it right back into you. He's always going to lose that ball or push that ball back out to the corner. And just wants to move so fast. Toxic matching his pace well. And I mean, give credit to Shoddy. He's taking advantage of Toxic also going for aggressive challenges, but getting punished on it. Toxic more willing to switch it up as he slows things down here. Got the reset. Holds it! And Shoddy was betting that one was getting flipped right through the center of his net. Looking at him here, recovers, and honestly, not bad coverage there. That just shows you how many options control and that reset give you as an attacker. Shoddy could hold and anticipate Toxic holding it That's a tough one, and the best you can hope for is you do get at least a touch on the ball there as you go up for that challenge. Again, Toxic seeing Shady aggressive. Opts for the hard hit. And, okay. Guys? That's an easy save. Both players now missing the open net. Oh, no, I think it was Toxic both times. He'll get this one, though. What do you mean why I don't like Shoddy? What are you talking about? When did I ever state that I did or didn't like him? Toxic. Ooh. Love that wave dash, power slide up the ramp. It just looks so cool. Maybe getting a little too cheeky there with Shoddy straight up on the back wall. After saying Toxic, probably the more rounded player, I do think that Shoddy is quite explosive. And that definitely gives him a chance in this series. And Toxic is, you know, not lights out on defense by any means. He tried to play another challenge. And that's the thing about MENA players, man. MENA players just, there's something about every time you play against one, you end up getting more aggressive than you are. Toxic has shown his methodology a couple of times in the air. He can slow things down. He can change speed. But something about Shoddy makes him want to challenge aggressively. So both players have been punished for it, but you got to love it. Got to love the aggression. Why not go for it? And Shoddy, again, getting caught in the corner. It's going to be a high-scoring one if it keeps going like this. It was funny because the opening 2 minutes, not that much scoring. Shoddy loves backing up into the ball, maybe hoping for a bump. But I still think that's a low percentage play to go for, because even if you do bump Toxic there, as long as he gets a touch and it's on target, are you still going to be able to recover? Most likely not, unless you gimp his power. And he hasn't been able to gimp his power, but he does catch Toxic on the runarounds here. See, again, aggressive. He ends up helping Shoddy. I think that was a risky spot to challenge if you're Toxic. So I was saying more well-rounded. Shoddy maybe too aggressive, but Toxic, I think, has started to aggress even a little bit more. Shoddy quickly on the demo, and that's the threat. That's the punish. We're all tied up once again. Oh, the flip. Ooh. That's fine, though. We'll take all the boost. What's Shoddy at? Shoddy still had that other corner. This time, doesn't bite early on the flip reset from Toxic. He has enough boost. Ooh, good try on the dunk, but there was enough chassis there for Shoddy. Toxic able to reach around it. Time changing the speed a little bit with possession. And turn. It's just so aggressive, man. It's almost the polar opposite of Atomic versus Luis. Both of those players. There was nary an aggressive challenge in either of them. Between these two, it's if I can go, I go. Toxic smashing Shoddy through the trash compactor. Favorable bump. Nice. That was actually sick work from Toxic. Doesn't just go for the bump, but also gets the reset. Throw this ball a little farther to the left-hand side. And I think it still gets through, even if he doesn't bump Shoddy on that play. But the bump ensures it 100%. Shoddy kind of diagonal rolls back off the kickoff, rolling with the ball. And he's got another touch, 12-12. Again, both players do have a timeout. They can call at any point in time. Ooh. Shoddy gave him the hip drop on this. Look, as the car just flushes down underneath. A quick boost downwards to catch the ball. And he caught it perfectly on the flip. That is beautiful. Shoddy's got a little lead. Leads haven't really meant much in this game, have they? The biggest lead we saw was, what, 2 goals, I think? Or maybe 3. Toxic got up early, and then Shoddy came right back, scored 3 goals in a row. And there it is, the old corner aggression, and he doesn't get punished for it. Crazy that it's been a couple of those now. Shoddy with almost all of those open net misses, but he'll get this one. Nice air dribble right over Toxic. Thinking a higher pop-up, but he ends up skipping off of Shoddy's car. He beats him to the ball. And he gets another one on the kickoff. Finally gets to build a lead for the first time in this game. Toxic's got to stop the bleeding. This time, standard kickoff underneath the ball. A couple of his wave dash recoveries haven't really netted him much success. Shoddy with another reset. Boy. And those ones are always so tough. The post could ruin you if you're not careful, and he burns Shoddy on a flick. You can get one save against Shoddy's first attempt on offense. Chances are he's going to immediately follow up with an aggressive challenge, and you can just punt that ball downfield. And look, we're right back to where we started. 1-goal game. Standard kickoff for both. Very high ball. Like how Shoddy, that threat of him just sitting underneath the ball, picking up pads. It makes Toxic anxious at first. Can I go for that boost? Can I not go for that boost? But then he realizes Shoddy's not going to go. He can get that boost. The ball's still in his area. And he nails Shoddy with an air dribble bump. And we're all tied up again. Flips into the ball. And no, yes, he does. No power. I was told that Shady's name is pronounced Shoddy when I casted him in Salt Mine. That's what I was informed. So that's what I'm going with. Nice shot. Way to tie it back up. Just what, you know, someone gets 3 goals in a row. And then you lose the kickoff. This time, Shoddy was on the same side of the ball as Toxic as they both flip. Shoddy flips in. I think his timing was a little sooner as well. He ended up forcing that ball right through Toxic. You mean Slim Shady? Indeed. Yeah, chat, what are you guys thinking right now? Because it's dead even in terms of kickoff goals, in terms of, air tries, ground tries. Both players very aggressive. Although, you know, at this mark, it's still lower scoring than Luis versus Atomic was. Shoddy really just sticking on Toxic's car as much as he can. See, off the wall there, he's just trying to bump him off. If he bumps Toxic and he actually causes him to not recover, then he gets that. But Toxic has recovered every single time, and that time he didn't even need to recover. And then he loses a kickoff. Ooh. I think that was, not going to lie, I was looking up over at chat for a second on that kickoff. No dodge here. Yeah, he was too high ahead. Toxic was low. When you're high, they're low, and you don't flip into the ball, and you don't even get any impact momentum on the ball. So get that result right there. Shoddy's car just pops right off the top of the ball. You say Toxic if he keeps his cool? I feel like it's just going to come. If this comes down to the final minute, and it really feels like it does, then I think whoever gets over-aggressive last is going to lose. Here we go. 2-goal lead for Toxic. I mean, both players just want to slap the ball as fast as possible. Like, their approach is about as fast as their attack. Nice demo. That should be in. Now we're starting to build a lead. Shoddy went up by 3 earlier. Toxic stopped the bleeding with 2 kickoff goals and an air dribble bump. What does Shoddy have here? Toxic decides to stay. No chance for Shoddy to just win the kickoff and stop the bleeding. Oh my god, Toxic slashes him across the chest with that one. Oh, such power. And there's the timeout for Shoddy. We will call it for him there. So he gets 2 minutes. And the 2-minute timer starts now. You have until at 58:20. So at 58:20 we'll begin. Shoddy going for the car change. He was asking before if you could do a car change on your timeout. And each player does get a timeout. And he's in the Octane. So let's see if this last 7:30 can be a little different. Maybe the decisions you make are a little different in that Octane. Or maybe the same continues. Maybe you think you could catch that ball and you don't think Toxic is just going to slap that against you. But I question that decision right there. Even if Shoddy catches that, you're still getting dunked. Not what he needs around the corner right there. Toxic hits him every time. Oh, you're right. That was not 2 minutes. That's actually my bad. I totally got... I will give him the rest of his time out here. So, we will give it the rest of that timeout. That's my bad. On me. But Toxic has built up a little bit of a lead here. Up 5 goals. You just started watching and Shoddy got scored on 5 times in a row. Yeah, his aggression's really biting him now. And then he lost a couple of kickoffs. Toxic switched it up late. And he decided to switch back to the Fennec. You know, that's on admin. But with a 5-goal lead, 7 minutes, Toxic is in a decent spot here. Just has to also, I think just channel down the aggression a little bit. I know I've been saying aggression about 1 million times. That's where we were at the pause. During your timeout, you can switch cars, yeah. You're right. It was 21. It was 2 goals. My bad. Thank you, chat. We're all over the place this morning. All right. Another about 20 seconds here, and then we are going. Whoop. All right, let's go. We're back. We righted it. We righted the wrongs. Toxic's got a 4-goal lead. And Shoddy switching back into his Fennec. And this time the aggressive challenge worked. That's the first time that's worked for him this entire game. He actually wins that challenge this time. Respect for going for it every single time. That one was a little easier. You saw Toxic was going to be late to the ball. Toxic faking the kickoff. And the pre-flip at least gets to the challenge. How many times has it not worked? Probably about 17 of Toxic's goals have been because of shoddy aggression. Landing on the wall for Toxic. Tried to let that ball bounce back into him. This game even started with Toxic trying to play a little slower and letting Shoddy hit the ball into him and go for the outplay. That didn't work early on. Then Toxic started getting aggressive, challenging in the corners. A lot of these goals have happened because of that. You've seen a lot of hard, clear goals go straight into the net. Even there, Toxic over-rotate. You barely get back to that. That was one he went for earlier that Shoddy had burned him on. Shades himself behind the ball. Not enough height. Likely gets that as well. But Toxic playing a little more methodical this time. Testing with a flick on the first one. Goes to the air on the second. Reset available. Drops it on the popper, and Shoddy could not get that bounce. That's a great shot from Toxic. Got the reset, you got the threat, you've got a hold, and then you get the skipper. Boy, the skipper is brutal. You have to have some crazy reaction if you're not anticipating the bump. Or not, if you're not anticipating the pop, if you will, not the bump. Toxic will just slop it back downfield. Ooh, tried to pull off and read that follow-up touch. He got close to it. Would have pumped it up. Shoddy would have been out of position, but he missed it. And that keeps Shoddy within the game. 3 goals. And about a Rocket League's worth of time left on the clock. Way to recover. If you're Toxic, try to waste your time as much as possible. Steal the boosts. And be careful with how you approach the game here. See, earlier Toxic would have went again. He knows he's got a fickle lead. Under 5 minutes now. Toxic pre-flip. That'll force Shoddy to play on the ball, and he's missed it. Toxic had to really stretch to get behind it. He fakes the first one and will pick up the follow-up. Nice fake in front. Shoddy bites on the box. 4 goals now. Every goal Toxic can stack from here is huge. Here's another one. And he's got it. Let's see what Shoddy can do off the kickoff. He can't lose another one like that. Being 6 down at this time is certainly not impossible. But he's happy that it's not 6 goals ahead for Toxic. Toxic will stay right on top of the ball. Shoddy waiting for his chance to go. Toxic might have opened himself up there. First touch, he's got to put it in. There you go. He's still in the game. He ain't dead yet. Another fake kickoff from Toxic. Shot is hitting right underneath him. Be careful, you're going to get bumped. You're going to get out of the way. You're going to get scored on again. He takes the challenge, and it works. Oh, he's hoping Shoddy can just drive himself out of the play here. And then Shoddy pulls off, steals the ball. But again, this time, standard kickoff for Toxic. Boost is gone. Good touch. Go get yourself some juice. Good recovery. Toxic threatens with the airplay. Shoddy saves himself enough boost to recover and get back to the ball. Still will sit right underneath him. So dangerous to flip into the ball there, especially with Toxic sitting on the wall, and he barely saves that. Got it off of his nose. 13 boost, and there's no way you're catching that one. Trying to hop, trying to anticipate, trying to build momentum to defend the shot, and he just couldn't do it. But you see that risky play from Shadi in the corners when he doesn't win the ball completely in those situations. Toxic, great job of really not giving up the play. Like I said, when he is successful, Shadi is explosive. Got a catch. Tried for the fake. Wants the demo and boosted with Toxic. Forced him to go wide. Toxic can't go for the ball. Reset available. Holds it. Scores it. He's still got a ball game. That's a beautiful goal. Both on the no dodge kickoff right there. Neither one wanting to wave dash pop it back into their own net either. Shadi will stay on the ground. The ground and pound doesn't work out for him. He's killed back to the corner. You like to see him change it up. Toxic, waiting to see what Shadi does. So why not? Make a little stutter step. See what move he makes, because he's been making a move almost every time. And if you can catch him out on a quick shot in the middle of his recovery, you'll be doing good. Now he's going to levitate. Save 45, pick up another. And if not for the bump, maybe he gets a goal there. Still though, 3 goals. Kind of feeling tense. Toxic gets another one here. It could really stretch Shadi, but he dropped the ball. Oh, there's Toxic sitting underneath. He's got to the corner boost. Shadi. Nice way to just drill that ball under Toxic. Instead of flipping in, boosting straight up in. Grab his boost. Toxic will grab the other. Chance for Shady to go quick, and he knows it. Big shot. Toxic's there. Oh. An aggressive challenge. It's going to kill him. Kills him every time. It just comes down to timing. If he wants to play aggressively, he's just got to time the flip. Or time his touch on the ball, really, because it skips up again. And Toxic, he knows what shot he's going to do as soon as he turns down. So why not just go big slap on the ball? Now, that's a huge kickoff right there. That's a huge kickoff. You stay within 3. Not a lot of time left in the game. Being down by 4 and also having to wrench control from Toxic might have been too much to ask. Still, this might be too much to ask. Trying to bite Toxic on the fake approach, and he got it. But can he get it in the net? Toxic keeps it over to the corner, and that'll kill more time. Okay, you get the demo, but now you have to score. And then you're probably going to need something beautiful on the kickoff. That's a beautiful goal from Shadi. Nice work. Let's look from Toxic's perspective on this one as he respawns. He's already starting from a disadvantage. And he sees the reset, but the pop-up underneath, it's that hood, man. You pop it on your hood, it's so deceptive how much straight line speed you can get off of your reset. And obviously the demo really helped stretch things for Shady. Oh, Shady. See him just stop his car. He let go. I think he let go of everything that was driving his car forward. Accelerate, boost, whatever. And now we got the low 50! 48 seconds remain. Shadi's turned it up. Off the ramp, he gets Toxic on the low 50. Oh, and that's a juicy kickoff, but Toxic gets the first touch. Shadi will get that corner boost. Toxic ain't going to leave the ball. Dangerous spot. You know, Toxic still has a timeout. If Shadi does tie it, he could call the timeout. Hit down the field. Shadi just has to get this goal. He's running out of time. This is not where he needs to be. Toxic didn't give him a lane yet. Shadi goes right through. This is the chance. Shady shot. Shady goal. And we've got a tied ball game. No way. Trailing the entire game from the 10-minute mark onwards. And he somehow tied it up with only 12 seconds left on the clock. Insane grind from Shadi. Now he's got the catch 22 and a dream. Oh, no way, dude. No way, dude. 6 seconds left. Toxic is all of a sudden about to lose the game. He goes for the delayed kickoff, but he gets pushed off his line. He's got to get aggressive. Oh, that's done. GG, Shoddy. What a comeback victory at the end of the game.